Hi, and thank you for joining me for this week's Crafternoon here at the Coronado Public Library. I'm Jacqueline Luna, your Adult Services Librarian, and for this week we'll be making impression tiles. If you weren't able to pick up a kit, all you'll need is some tiles, a Sharpie or two, and some isopropyl alcohol in order to make our impression design. Let's get started. In your kit, you will find a white tile and some Sharpies. You will need to supply some isopropyl alcohol and a pipette or a paintbrush or a spoon or something you'll use to put the alcohol on the tile once you're finished with your design. So what you'll do is go ahead and create a design with your markers on your tile. It can be whatever kind of design you want, more abstract, more defined, but it's important to remember after you finish your design, you're going to be putting the alcohol on the design to kind of disperse the colors. So anything you create is not going to look exactly how it looks on here, so you don't have to be too precise with your lines. So let's go ahead and create our design. Alright, so now that we're finished with our design, and yours doesn't have to look like this, it can look like whatever you'd like. You're going to go ahead and I would recommend putting a paper towel underneath your tile, because what we're going to do is we're going to take our isopropyl alcohol, and like I said, I'm going to use a pipette here, but whatever method you have to use is perfect, be it a spoon, something like that, but then you're just going to drip it around and let it swirl your designs together a little bit. So what is cool about this is if you're finding you don't like the way your design is swirling or setting, you can always start over. So you can always wipe off your tile, start from fresh. You can also use like a paintbrush or anything to continue to swirl it a little bit more. And divert some of those colors around. It's helpful to make sure you don't put too much alcohol on initially. That way your colors don't get too diluted. But again, that is where it can be helpful to start over if you decide you don't like the way everything is drying and going. So we're going to go ahead and we're going to let this dry once I've pushed a couple more colors around, because I don't like these darker concentrations when I've got mostly a light tile. So we're going to let this dry and we're going to come back and see how it looks when it's all finished. Once your tile is dry, you'll want to take your piece of felt and just cut that into 4 pieces so that you can then use your tile as a trivet or a drink coaster or just as a decorative piece, but that way it will not scratch anything. And you can just use regular glue and just a dot of that, and then your felt piece on top and in all 4 corners. The other option that'll help protect your tile is that you can, if you have a protective sealant clear coat at home, you can give it a quick spray on top, and that'll keep your design nice and safe and protected from any spills or anything else like that. Otherwise, once you have that, you are all finished and you get to enjoy your tile. Thank you so much for joining us for this week's Crafternoon. Have a great day.